Welcome to Shoot the Veil, a mobile app made by wedding photographers for wedding photographers to help inspire you to create and equip you to grow. I'm Sam.
And I'm Donnie, and this podcast is about wedding photography as an art and as a business. Hey guys, welcome to Shoot the Veil. We're so glad that you're here. We're going to dive straight into our marketing playbooks, and today we're talking about Instagram. Instagram is the place that you should be if you're a wedding photographer. Absolutely, because all your brides are there, all your couples are there. Everybody's hanging out there, and they want to see your work, but there's a secret to it. There's ways to do it that can be a game changer, or you can just go silent. So Sam is an expert, and I'm going to I would call you an expert. I've seen your stuff just exploding this last year.
Right.
And honestly, it's because you're hanging out at Shoot the Veil, I think.
I think that's probably it.
You're just doing this. You're doing the stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's been amazing watching you. Legitimately, I'm not just saying that because we're on a podcast. But
Thank you.
You went from like good to, oh my gosh, he's doing all the things that we've been teaching people. And
right.
I'm seeing you make the moves. You're doing the work.
Yeah.
You're not just like showing up because it's fun. You're doing the work of Instagram. So that's what we're going to talk about today. You guys are going to get a lot out of this. But if you tuned in last week, you know all about the playbooks. You know that we spent like the last year designing these 12 different playbooks for marketing because that's what everybody's wanting to know about is marketing.
That's right.
So we're going to dive in today on Instagram.
Let's do it.
What is Instagram to you?
Man, Instagram is the evolution of portfolio.
Okay, perfect.
At the beginning of the day, it's just the evolution of portfolio. We used to carry around handbooks that we show to planners and that we show to brides, but now it's all really done through here. Mm-hmm. You know, most of us spend a lot of time on social media, specifically Instagram, specifically TikTok, Facebook, and that's where we need to be if people are spending time there.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of ways to either fall flat on Instagram and just be overlooked, or really pop off and turn it into a lead generator.
Yeah,
and that's the truth.
Yeah, I will say, like, because I've been working with designers for a while in my studio. I used to think website was it,
and it used to be.
It used to be.
It used to be.
And now when I say, hey, check out this person or this business, we're going to be helping them. The first thing all of my designer guys do is they jump on Instagram.
That's right. The first thing, if I want to check a business's validity, I go straight to Instagram.
Wild.
That's the truth. And as much as we may hate to say it, follower count really plays with that. Really.
Are you legit?
Are you legit? If you have 25 followers, I mean, I don't even have to tell you. You already know that person's a beginner.
Yeah.
If
or even
have,
like 500 followers.
I mean, yeah, 500. Yeah, that's absolutely. That's when I can see you've put in a little more effort. A little more effort. I think there's a certain like categories of follower counts that couples will automatically put you into.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm saying this because I've been in every single one of them. I know where I'm trusted and where I'm not. And just this year I hit 10,000 followers.
Okay.
Okay. And the crazy thing is, the amount of leads that came with that was astronomical. I had no idea. And I always thought, when you hit the 10K mark as a photographer, something happens.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
But I was 100% right.
Okay.
The 10K mark for a wedding photographer is nuts. There's a level of social validity that happens there. Wow. One, you can charge more because you're shown trust by 10,000 people think you're worthy enough to be followed. And so you can charge more for that. And they will not double think.
Where were you before this year when you hit 10,000?
I think I had 4,000 followers.
So you've like more than doubled.
I've more than doubled. Wow. More than doubled. And I put more work into it.
Yeah.
I put more work into it. And so I'll break down as much as I can what I did and what I've known. I mean, one of the nice things about Shoot the Veil is you and I have had the opportunity to interview so many photographers.
You've had some good coaching.
I've had some good coaching. And if I didn't get anything out of Shoot the Veil, I've gotten so much relationships and just, honestly mentoring from the best in the business.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely awesome. But like you said, Instagram is work, and you got to treat it as such.
Yeah.
So, one, it's like I said before, it's validity, and at the end of the day, that's what it is, and it's showing your style.
Can I ask you, because I know you're going somewhere.
Yes,
but
please
on
do.
that point, if you have a lot of numbers, if you're 10K plus, the next thing people look at is engagement. Like, are those bought
Yes.
likes? Are those bot follows?
Right.
Or are people actually, is that true of,
yeah.
couples? Are they looking at it the same way?
I think so. I think B2B is probably a little more of that. Are they
Yeah.
bots? But I think at a certain point, if you have 100,000 followers and 100 likes on each post, they're going to realize maybe you're not all that. So don't buy followers.
Yeah, don't do that.
But one of the reasons I mentioned falling flat is because you don't nurture the audience that you get once you get them. Okay, so that's a big part. And I don't have to dive into that too much. I want to take today's podcast and really just share as many strategies and just good practices for Instagram.
Okay, let's go.
So one, let's think about how do we optimize our Instagram for leads. We want to secure validity and social dominance in our radius of where we are or in our location. So the first thing that I would do if I had to start over again was really narrow down on my Instagram where I'm located. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to tell everybody that I'm a Memphis wedding photographer.
Okay.
That's going to be my name on Instagram. That's going to be my name. It's not going to be in my bio because the first thing I want to do is make sure I establish social dominance in this network by being, the photographer of Memphis. So I'm going to change my name to Memphis Wedding Photographer.
Wow.
That's what I do. And
Really?
that helps people search. I'm looking for a Memphis wedding photographer. You're automatically brought up to the first in search results.
Wow.
By just making your name your city's wedding photographer.
Dang.
And then
Okay.
I do Sam Sykes.
Okay.
So kind of helps out there. That's just an easy step by step that you can just plug right in.
Easy.
There's so much that I could hit on. And I'm going to try my best to keep this quick and short and to the point because I want people to really go in here and download this and shoot the veil because it has everything I can't talk about on this podcast.
This is probably the thickest playbook.
This is the
of whole
biggest
stack.
playbook,
Yeah.
100%. So I think it's
Okay.
20 pages of absolute crazy value.
Yeah, I was flipping through this. It's literally like day 1, do this. Day 2, all the way through like day 30, do exactly this.
Absolutely.
Like you gave them everything to do. And then you gave them a whole list of, or here's just a bunch of ideas.
Absolutely.
Like that's crazy. You
So
did all the work for
There's
them.
a 30-day checklist of post ideas and what you should post on Instagram down to like, you need to post 3 stories today. And those 3 stories need to be you showing your personality, you editing, and the shoot you were at last night.
It's so funny when I read through this, I can think of you doing those things.
That's great.
Like, I've seen you.
That's great. That's what I do. And
That's
so,
crazy.
Alongside of a portfolio with Instagram, you need to be able to show your personality. Okay,
That's huge.
That's huge. That may be bigger than your portfolio. Where people go wrong is when they don't show their face, their voice, or how they direct on Instagram.
Okay.
So
Direct
that's
a wedding.
Direct a wedding.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
right. It's going to mean more to the potential client if they can scroll down your reels and see you actually on the wedding day, posing a couple, getting excited about a photo,
yeah.
having fun. Now they know, this all goes back to validity, that you are real, that you love your job, and you do a good job at it. And they see your interaction. They want to know that when they bring a wedding photographer into their wedding day, that that the energy is going to be uplifted and not brought down. Huge.
I love this. Okay.
Huge.
I love it because I spend a lot of time thinking about what kind of photographer are you when I think about people's branding, their
Right.
messaging. Like you've got to be a relator, a dreamer, like a creator. Are you an architect? Are you a documentary? Like you're a type of photographer. So what you're talking about is it shouldn't be a surprise when they book you or meet you that you're
Right.
that way.
Absolutely.
If you're a relator, your reel is going to be full of the happy, excited, relational type of stuff.
Absolutely.
You're using, how do you get that stuff? Meta glasses or
Oh, yeah.
second shooter? Like, are you intentional about filming that stuff?
Oh yeah, you've got to be intentional. So I mean, I've recently started using meta glasses more. It's been just a business write-off for me that I can throw on and shoot some, behind the scenes content of me posing, of me making a flat lay, of me on the dance floor. That gets a lot of love. And
Yeah.
specifically right now in 2025, they're pushing meta content.
Yeah.
Just because they want to push that product.
Dude,
And
and
so-
they know you filmed it on
And
your glasses.
they know. And they not only do they know, they also make a little tag on each post shot with Meta Ray-Bans.
Dang.
Or now Meta Oakleys.
So literally for $300, flat fee, one time, you can pay Facebook to always push your stuff
Yes.
just by using those glasses.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first video I posted with my Meta Ray-Ban glasses had 150,000 views.
What?
Yeah, and it was the laziest piece of content in the world. I was like, okay, that was already worth it. I mean, it's already worth the $300 I spent on it.
You would have paid $300 for 150 views.
Absolutely. If you're talking Meta ads, you would have paid way more than that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did that, and each one, man, there's a raw aspect, that point of view that people really like. Anyways, I'm getting on a tangent about Meta glasses.
I was asking, how do you show your personality?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. One, you're a second shooter, showing it off, right? That you on the wedding day. It doesn't even have to be a wedding day, right? It could be you holding your cat while you're editing, right? It's just say, hey, I have a cat. You know, we get along there.
Yeah.
And this goes back to, I think, something John Branch talked about in Shoot the Veil 30 was a parasocial relationship.
Yes.
They need to feel like they know you, so that when they reach out to you, they're like excited to see you, right?
Like a friend.
Like a friend, right? It's not a cold corporate relationship. It's a parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Two very different things.
Yeah.
It's a level of trust that's already been built because I see how you've shot this person's wedding. I saw how you got excited when you took that photo. I see how you talk. I can literally hear your voice. Huge.
Okay.
That's huge.
This is big. So I'm thinking relators will naturally do this.
Yes.
But creators, you guys may need some help.
Yeah.
So what does it look like? Put yourself in the shoes of, I won't name names, but I'm picturing a particular photographer that I always follow.
I think that
and he's a super creator, not a relator, but his stuff is amazing. So how would he portray that on Instagram? Because he doesn't, honestly.
Yeah.
He just shows amazing work.
I think it doesn't matter what kind of photography. If you're a documentarian, if you're a perfecter, if you're I think you should be showing your personality at some extent. Your face needs to be on your Instagram at some extent.
Yeah.
Just to create a level of trust.
So if I'm a creator bride and I'm looking at through this and I really want like blow your mind images.
Yeah.
I could imagine seeing a photographer that's super giddy and, you know, bouncing through the room laughing like, it's not really me. I don't want that energy. I want to be like on a magazine cover.
Yeah.
And then I stumble onto someone else's Instagram and I'm seeing them take time to set up an epic shot, put flashes over there, arranging and perfecting.
I'll mention this. Your personality is going to attract your kinds of clients at the end of the day. So just by showing naturally who you are, you're going to naturally attract what you want.
Yeah.
And that's just, so, you know, don't fake it.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you need to do.
Exactly.
Now you're going to burn out because you're not the person you are on social media. It's to just show yourself. If you're a drier person, you might naturally attract those people like, hey, that's actually what I want.
Yeah.
If you're the giddy, like jumping up and down, more so like me, those people are going to appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that's just one aspect of
advice.
social media is show your photos, show your work, but then show yourself.
It's good.
Show yourself. It's one, people are going to want to see that. And the followers that follow you from a wedding day, when they see you on social media, it's going to be a reminder of you. And so one of the funny things that I do is whenever whenever my stats aren't so good and my engagement is dropping a little bit, I will actually post a photo of me or my family and it'll just skyrocket to the roof.
Something
There's
personal.
Sam, right? Now I can connect with his later posts because I remember what he looks like. I remember what he sounds like.
Dang.
It's a fun little hack that I learned, and it actually works.
You also
really
have a
well.
super cute baby, so that doesn't hurt.
Evie helps a lot.
That's a tax write-off.
It's a tax write-off.
She needs a new outfit.
Right. So another thing that I would mention, there's two more things I'm going to try to make a note of, is consistency. And so Angela Shea, the founder of Social Templates, talks about this a lot.
Love her.
She's so good at what she does. If you're not a member of Social Templates, go do that. It makes making reels so much easier. And you can find a deal in the app and get your first month free. Make as many reels as you possibly can every day. And I'm telling you, the quantity and quality is superb. Anyways, consistency when we post. If that's 3 times a week, that's great. Okay, that's awesome. If it's 5 times a week, better. That's great. Don't go crazy. I'm not about a 3 times a dayer for wedding photography. I think that's hyperinflation of your Instagram, and it's not going to perform well. The other aspect of consistency is, how does my grid look? Grid is a part of that portfolio curation. So what colors am I showing? You know, what is my style? If I know that I personally incorporate a lot of gold and green tones and, you know, white and black contrast, I'm going to try to show that, not side by side, but set apart from each other. There's just certain rules of contrast that you can use. I'm going to use a whole bunch of negative space, and then I'm going to use this beautiful landscape photo of the couple, you know, showing off the landscape. Then I'm going to take a tight shot of the ring and a veil. So you're, you know, setting up success when they first look at your Instagram through just your grid by keeping consistency of colors and enough negative space and contrast that naturally pleases the eye. That's a big part, and I think most people know that.
I think as we're visual artists anyway, we kind of get that. But I want to ask you something specific that's you may not have a strong opinion about, but I've heard some people talking about it. And it's the use of a carousel versus a single image. Talk about when to use both. Do you have like rules or ways of thinking of using either one? And let's say of a wedding, of a couple or of a wedding, not just like your baby.
Yeah.
But when do you use one or the other?
Oh, I don't know how much of a strong opinion I have on that. I can reference a time I did that. I like to think, and this is not for everybody, but I like to think of a few different kinds of posts. There's the post I make after the wedding day that shows off as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
This isn't right or wrong. This is just what I have done. It's a way for me to take care of my vendors because I'm trying to make a show off the couple, the stationery, the, you know,
the florist, the DJ, the band, whatever.
Who can I show off and then collaborate with to cross promote?
Okay.
This is my big post.
Yeah.
And then throughout the week, I'll have little posts. All right. This is just my third grade way of viewing this. All right. My big post showing off the wedding day, and then I have my little power posts in between. And those can be like 3 images.
Okay. Cool.
And so when there's a really great image, and I did this the other day, I just posted that image. And I said, I'm absolutely obsessed with this one, and I think it needs a standalone post. So there's no right or wrong way.
Yeah.
And there's really not. Maybe someone would disagree with that, but
I do like the idea of having one post that you can invite the whole party to.
Boom.
That's huge. Right after the wedding, everybody's invited to this party, collabing. It's fun.
Right.
Okay.
That's the post that's going to get 1,000 likes.
Brilliant.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the one that everybody's included on. You've served your job as a wedding photographer, and now you get to show everybody off.
Do you post before the bride? Is this kind of the reveal, or has she already posted?
There's a lot of strong opinions on that. I, for better or for worse, I like to just let the couple know, hey, I think I'm going to post tonight. Would you guys want to collaborate?
Okay, that's cool.
So I just...
Have they seen the images at that point?
They have seen the images.
Okay.
They have. So, I mean, I deliver pretty fast turnaround times.
Yeah.
And so they see the images, and I let them know afterwards, hey, I think I'm going to post tonight. A lot of times that's the same day or the day afterwards.
So they've had a chance to post if they wanted to.
They've had their chance.
Cool.
And so that's just kind of how I feel. I know some photographers that say, you know, I post before they ever see them. To me, you know, just in an empath's way, looking at it, that feels very vulnerable to me because I actually don't know what I look like on the wedding day. Yeah. And are you going to post a weird photo of me that I, you know, whatever.
It puts some negative nerves in there.
For me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that I attract clients that are somewhat like me. And I'm just not going to do that. So I just let them know in advance, hey, I think I'm going to post tonight. And then once you get that first post out of the way, everything else is free game.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think that's a pretty good way to do that. Okay, so you let them have the images, give them a day or so.
Yes.
Tell them I'm going to post tonight. Would you like to collaborate?
Yeah.
Good. That's a great rule. I think it's perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
Collaboration is key too. I mean, we haven't talked about that too much, but collaborating on Instagram is huge.
Yes.
I mean, I do it every chance I get, because just like we said in our last podcast, it helps show love to your vendors and it just gets more eyes on your stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we learned from Miles Whitt Boyer and validated it with Angela Shea that it's really important to the algorithm that they accept the collaboration.
Yes.
So reach out to the people first. Say, hey, I'm going to collab in a couple hours. Just make sure you look for that. You're included. It'll be a lot of fun.
Right.
And if you don't want to, let me know.
Right.
And Miles was saying, if you invite a collab and they don't, it actually hurts your algorithm. Yeah.
Right.
So that's a big deal.
And it's objectively a negative take on your post.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's one reason I like to touch base beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Are there any of your favorite things to do? So you've listed literally like every idea you've ever had.
Oh man, there's so much.
Any of them stand out that are like, this was amazing, everybody loved it?
Yeah, one hack that I put in here that I'm just going to make a mention of, and just this is not sponsored by any way. That like I get no money from saying this, but Scroll, it's SCRL. It's an app that I've been using for about 2 years now, and it helps me design my posts a little bit more. And I think it's really great for wedding photographers to use.
Okay.
So it's just something you can have side by
Like
side.
a layout?
Yeah, it's like a layout. It's almost like an album designer for your Instagram.
Okay.
So they have templates in there, perfect for carousels. So
I remember about 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago now, we were talking and you had posted a couple of wedding reveals, like this was the story of the wedding day. And I'm using the word story very intentionally. The posts, the pictures in order were a little disjointed, and they were all beautiful, but there were like a couple of this, a couple of that. And we talked, and I noticed ever since then, you're very intentional with telling a story. And so are you seeing a carousel like as if I'm flipping the pages of an album, going through a storybook of the wedding day?
I think I'm unconsciously doing that.
Yeah.
I think it probably is like a little bit of the album design sense kind of coming to play when I make that Instagram post. I guess I also want to show as much as I can and hit on all the emotions from, mom helping with the dress to the first look to the bridal party, super excited to, the first dance. I want to showcase as much of the day as possible, partially because I don't see wedding photographers do that as much as they should. A lot of times it's 10 photos, really pretty photos of the couple.
Right.
And to me, they're pretty to see, but at the end of the day, they're bland and they don't showcase the actual story of a wedding day. That's just my thoughts.
I love that. I think I've seen you make those moves over the last few months, and I see engagement rising, and I think it's a really powerful tool that photographers need to use. And even if you wanted to like do your big party post, like everybody's invited to this party, here's the whole wedding day, but then seeing a different part of your week as this was a really cool moment because of this, and maybe it's a cake. Like this happened during the cake cutting, and here's 3 pictures, and you're telling a story in your caption, and it creates engagement, and people actually comment on that kind of stuff. They don't comment on she's pretty.
I mean, they will comment that.
They will.
They will comment that.
But it feels more like engaged.
It's more personal.
More personal.
Yeah, it's more personal.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's not. I wouldn't say there's a right or wrong way to do it.
Right.
I think the right or wrong way of Instagram is posting or not posting. You need to post. And so just making time and actually doing it is the biggest factor to success. And also realize when it comes to, there's two different types of content. When it comes to Reels, I am a firm believer that quantity over quality. That's just how I feel. Now, when it comes to carousels and standalone posts, I believe in quality over quantity.
Okay.
That's just my weird take. For whatever reason, like I post Reels on my Instagram and I do trial Reels, and I'll post them and my audience never sees them. They're just cold outreach. So I'll make a funny Reel. I throw it up in 10 minutes and I post it. And if it does well, then I'll post it on my Instagram. But you just have to keep content coming into Reels.
Yeah.
That's just what's being rewarded.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to a carousel, specifically as a wedding photographer, you need to really curate that.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like that's the first impression. The first 9 images on your Instagram are people's first impression of you.
Okay.
And so if there is a black sheep in there, it's going to completely throw off the vibe.
Yeah. Good point. Okay. And one final thing that I'm thinking about, Angela Shea made a big deal of this. Google changed the way it indexes Instagram this year.
Yes.
That's huge. So talk about that and how you can use it.
Yeah. So to the listeners, you may know that when you type in something on Google, if it's a place or whatever, it might reference a photo from Facebook, which is cool. It's always done that. But now it's able to reference photos from Instagram
And even videos.
Yeah. So that means whenever you post a video or a photo from a wedding at a specific venue with a specific planner, with a specific florist, mention them. That way, when they search for them, your photos pop up.
That's huge.
Treat it the same way you treat Pinterest.
Yeah.
And subtle mention, if you want to get the Pinterest playbook, you can do that too. It's also in Instagram and Shoot the Veil. And you can get access to that alongside of the Instagram playbook and the TikTok playbook and the Meta Ads playbook.
Oh, there's so many
Man,
things.
this is the blueprint.
Yeah.
This is the blueprint for success. And it's crazy. I am so proud of these because I know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I know what they're going to do. My business grows 30 to 50% each year on average because of the steps I use in these playbooks.
That's insane.
It's huge. It's huge.
There you go, everybody.
This has been fun. I think I've hit on the main parts of Instagram. If there's one thing you can take away from today's episode, it is that Instagram needs effort. Okay, effort is rewarded. And to take time and actually treat it as your portfolio and as your personal touch points for your couples, and to see your personality is huge, and it's going to have huge payouts. And like we said before, there is quite literally a step-by-step 30-day curriculum to go and post. This will get you going. It really will. If you take this and you checklist each one, I'm going to do this. I'm going to read one of these real fast.
Okay.
Day 2, main post, carousel, 3 to 4 iconic couple portraits. Day also story. You're going to share an editing screen time lapse. That means you're going to prop up your phone and you're going to show a time lapse of you editing. The next thing you're going to do is ask a question on your stories. Okay? All of these things really spark engagement. Asking a question on your stories gets all of your viewers and your followers to start engaging with you, which will bring them to the top, which will bring you to the top of their Instagram every day. So there's a whole bunch of step-by-step processes. If you're someone who's been scared to actually really put in some effort in Instagram, this is the blueprint. This is the blueprint right here.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Dude, I love this. This
So
is going to
good.
help a lot of people.
It will. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. We had a blast as always. And if you want to get this book, download Shoot the Veil, and it is yours for free. Thank you so much.